Everybody, it's March. Can you believe it? It's already March. And you know, that's when everybody starts getting excited about spring and everything's just going on. It just starts getting to be a really busy month. And you know, we've had quite a month in February, but I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be marching in with Casseroles. I'm in a collaboration with several fine channels. And Greg's Kitchen, it's Greg Cantner from Greg's Kitchen. He messaged me and asked me if I'd be interested in being in this collaboration. And I said, you bet I would. So, and I love casseroles, and I know a lot of y'all do too. Casseroles is something that you can throw together usually pretty quick. It feeds a lot of people. You can double and triple it, put it in your freezer. It's just a really good thing. So, I'm going to be telling you some of these guys, some of these channels that's in this collaboration because they are really fine channels. There's Greg's Kitchen and me, Whippoorwill Holler. Then you got Freedom Homestead, the 1870s Homestead, Crazy Days, In the Kitchen with Karen, and Jenni Gough. And these are really some fine channels. A lot of good recipes on these channels. They do a lot of good things. So, let's get started with my casserole. I'm going to tell you, this is going to be one of the easiest casseroles you ever put together. It's called a farmer's casserole, and pretty much everything that's going to go in this casserole you're probably going to already have in your kitchen. With it being called a farmer's casserole, that means probably anything you got on your farm or your homestead is going to go in this casserole. You can call it a breakfast casserole. A lot of times we make it like for brunch, and we love it for supper, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to have the farmer's casserole for supper tonight. So we're going to get it put together really quick. The first thing I'm going to do is I've got 6 beaten eggs right here, and I'm going to set them to the side. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my casserole dish here, and you're going to need at least a 3-quart casserole dish. And I've got 3 cups of hash browns. Now you can use frozen hash browns, or you can use what I've got here is I keep my pantry with quite a bit of dehydrated hash browns, and all I do is I take them and I hydrate them, which is really easy, and that's how I keep my hash browns. Or you can, if you got a bunch of potatoes, you can just grate you up some hash browns. But I've got 3 cups here, and I've got my casserole dish. I've got it oiled. You can spray it if you want to spray it, butter, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to take my hash browns and I'm going to layer the bottom of my dish. And like I said, just make sure it's at least a 3-quart. And you can double and you can triple this recipe. That's another good thing that's good about casseroles. This one here you can make ahead of time. Put it in cover it up, put it in the refrigerator. So you're going to cook it later, you know, that day. Or you can get it together, cover it up, put it in the refrigerator, and let it sit in there till the next morning because you want it for breakfast. And it'll be good at least till the next morning before you cook it. Now, if you want to freeze this, of course, you'd have to cook it first. But it does freeze up well once it's cooked. So we got our hash browns in there. Now I'm going to put my cheese. Now what I got here is I probably got more than what I need. And you can use cheddar cheese, or you can use, what I'm using is Monterey Jack cheese, because that's what I've got the most of. And I need to use it up. So you just use whatever you've got. Any kind of cheese will be good. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to layer over the top of my hash browns. You can put as much cheese as you want. You want at least a cup of cheese probably to cover it decently. I've got over a cup here, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because this cheese needs to be used up. And I've got it going everywhere. Okay. If you've got, say, some leftover ham, something like that, just cover it up. What you're going to want is probably about 2 cups of some kind of leftover ham, some bacon, sausage, something like that. But at least have 2 cups of cooked ham. You can see what I've got here. I've got ham and I've got bacon that I've cooked. If you're going to use sausage, which is going to be good too, just make sure you cook your sausage and crumble it up. But you want at least, if you got 2 cups of leftover meat or some meat that you need to cook and use at least 2 cups of it. And I'm using ham and bacon. And that covered it pretty good. About 2 cups or so. So we got that in there. Now what I've got here is I sauteed up some onions and some bell peppers because that's what I had in the refrigerator. If you don't have any onions or bell peppers, you don't have to put it in there if you don't like it. Maybe you've got some green onions. You can cut you up some green onions and put that on top, or just leave them out, whichever. But I'm going to take mine and I'm going to sprinkle that on top. If you've got maybe some mushrooms, a lot of people like mushrooms and casseroles like this. And I've got mushrooms, but I don't think I'm going to put them in tonight. So there's the starter of our casserole. Okay, I've got 6 beaten eggs here.
Farm fresh eggs.
Farm fresh eggs. And I've got 1 can. It's 12 ounces of evaporated milk. I'm going to put me some pepper. At this point, if you want to season this with garlic or maybe some Italian seasoning, or put your little hot sauce in it, that's just up to you. It's whatever you like. So I'm just going to whip that evaporated milk and the eggs in there. And I'm just going to pour this on top of the rest of my casserole. Now, like I said, you can surely double or triple this. I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. We're going to put this in a 350 oven, uncovered. You don't have to cover it full or anything. We're going to put it in there, and we're going to cook it for about an hour. So here it is out of the oven. And of course, it only took 45 minutes in my oven, but it may take an hour in yours. You can put any kind of toppings on it. We've got salsa verde, taco seasoning, or sauce, and we've got sour cream. Just put any kind of topping you want on it, or a side salad. It's all good. So on the last day of our collaboration with Greg's Kitchen, he's going to be giving away a set of casserole dishes and a casserole carrier, and they are so nice. So all you have to do to be able to win these gifts is to go to each channel's videos that's in the collaboration and make sure that you comment on each one of their videos that has been in the collaboration, and you'll be in for the giveaway of the gifts. So it's about that easy, and they're really nice. So it's been such a blessing to be in this collaboration with all these wonderful families. They're such nice people, and I've had a lot of fun. So please go over, check these channels out, check their videos out, and give them a little love. And as always, we'll see y'all in a couple of days. God bless.